Hi, KYG here. Today's story is about Pudu Jail. It was built by the British, in 1895, but was sadly was demolished in June 21st, 2010. Okay. Of course, many people protested and fought to keep it because and to maintain it as a heritage site. Because prisons around the world, you name it, Fremantle, Australia, Alcatraz, the Tower of London, and many other, prisons around the world, they were maintained. Well, some became museum and some were just left there, after all, they don't need much maintenance. But probably because here it was in a way of progress, it was prized land, so they had to give way and they had to demolish it. Now in place of that we have this, I think it's complex, but anyway they kept the frontage. As you can see, the frontage is still maintained. I don't know how effective it is, but it still stands. Anyway, so we have a story of the jail. It has survived, was there for 108 years. During the war years, 1941-45, Allied prisoners were kept there by the Japanese, so it has served its purpose. But in 1986, a dramatic event happened. The Pudu Jail was under siege. Prisoners, hardcore prisoners held hostage, took guards for 6 days. And probably they were, their demands were just for probably better conditions. But anyway, after a siege of 6 days, there was a lot of drama, fear and terror. But after 6 days, or end of 6th day, the police stormed the prison and saved the hostages, and there was no loss of life. The hostage takers were subdued. Well, they were sentenced. There was no loss of life. They were have their sentence extended. Okay. All right. And also, there's another thing about the prison. The walls, outside walls were painted, by an artist. Not really an artist. He was jailed for felony, this young man, and it so happened he was an artist, so he painted the building in 1984, a mural. His name was the inmate's name was Kong Yen Chong. All right, he painted a very impressive mural all around the gate, and the theme was on drug addiction, and then the scenic views of the countries. But it was the longest mural in the world and went into the Guinness Book of Records. It was 860 feet long times 14 feet high, but it made use of brooms and legs and hands, whatever, using paint to do it. Sad thing, it was removed. It was not removed, it was destroyed when the building was demolished. Yeah, okay. Many things have happened here in the yeah, in the prison. All right there. So of course we had a lot of famous inmates who were, who were imprisoned and even executed. The one being famous one was Bodachin in 1981. He was hanged, Yeah, he was betrayed by his men, captured. There was a firefight. He was captured, wounded, and finally they hanged him for possession of firearms. Actually, he did not kill anybody. Possession of firearms was illegal, and it's a mandatory, death sentence at that time. So another case was the drug addiction, drug trafficking in 1986. The hanging of a British and an Australian, Kevin Barlow and Brian Chambers. They were hanged in 1986. In 1989, there was another British, Derek Gregory. So this, there were three very not dramatic, but very, foreigners were hanged. Of course, others were many were hanged also, and also there was another case of the incarceration of the supporters of the activists in draft. They were there until the hearing, and they were released. So these are the personalities. Of course, in 2009, before the demolition, DAP MP also fought for the maintenance of, fought for it to be reprieve, not to be demolished, because they felt that the prison, was a heritage and we should keep it. The DAP MP was Fong Kui Lan, but to no avail. Anyway, efforts were made to try and keep it. There were so many other things, and well, before the thing was demolished, the building was demolished, prayers were offered on the night itself. Candles. It was a big thing on TV, in that date 2010. It was on TV. We saw it. Activists, a lot of prayers were said, and then but then the death knell sounded, and by midnight the thing crumbled the building crumbled to the ground. And of course there were many suits, there were many mediums or people saying that it was not a good sign, because they say that the Pudu Jail was haunted in so many ways, and then they should have kept it the way it was. They say in the first place, why the haunting, and the sightings, it seems it was because Pudu Jail was built on a Chinese cemetery in 1895, an old ancient cemetery. I don't know why they chose that place. Probably because at that time, there were tigers, and then that's why they call Pudu was known as half jungle. Half jungle those days. Even today, we call it half jungle. The name sticks, Those days there were a lot of tigers around, and it was a big grave site. They cut down the trees and built this prison. And so many say that of course, the complex is being built in this place. I hope there's no incident, whatever, because we see so many times, pictures of haunting and poltergeist, things like that. So far, we have not heard of anything that's very eerie or scary about the place since the complex was built. All right. So next time you come around, you will see it. The frontage is still there. Okay. All right, but It's only this, nothing else. I've written an article about it, but well, I don't know. This is what is left. You think it's well, I don't know whether it serves its purpose, whether it is a tourist attraction. But I was thinking, if you that's my opinion. If you have destroyed 3/4 of the building, what is the point of having the frontage? You must well mow it down altogether. I don't know. Probably it's different people have different thinking. But how good it is, it's not even in the tourist map. Okay, so so much for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.